Hello. Tonight I'm going to show you how to make a Joomla powered website. The first thing you need is a web browser. You also need some kind of web hosting service to host your files and to ultimately test your website, and an FTP client. So the first thing that we need to do is we should go to Joomla and actually download a version of Joomla that we want to install. For all of these demonstrations I've used Joomla 1.5. It has the most features and it's currently the most up-to-date supported package that they have. So I took the liberty of downloading it ahead of time. It comes in a zipped package. When you open the package, you get a folder that has all of the system files on it. It totals in about 10 megabytes altogether uncompressed. So it does take a substantial portion of time to upload it to the server. To upload it, I used Core FTP. If you don't have an FTP account set up already, you can create one. What I end up doing is logging into my website cPanel and just creating a new FTP user. So I go to FTP accounts and I am able to create an account, basically a login for my website, give it a password and I choose which directory I want to link it to. For this case, I created a user called blog at P3 Beta, and I linked them permanently to this this address. So public HTML, which is the root, and the permablog is the name of the folder. And so I'm able to connect to it using the FTP server. I will just go to connect and type in the web host, which is p3beta.net, the username that we just created, and the password that we just created. And when we connect, we get instantly sent to the permablog folder as our root. Now, I went ahead and transferred all of the files from the zip folder, let's see, into the server, so they appear identical. And I placed this once again in the permablog folder. So if I were to go to the website and typed in /permablog, that's already there, it'll bring me to the Joomla installation page. And so I just follow the on-screen prompts here. It does a version check of my PHP, which will come in handy later, my SQL, and any of the other safety precautions and settings that they have in place. Then they have the new license here, so you can read that. It's basically about the free software that Joomla is. And now we have to enter the database settings. So ahead of time, I went ahead and created a database, but I can show you how to do that as well. In the databases section of your cPanel, we want to create a MySQL database. And so we can create a database. For this example, I'm using P3 main. It adds that prefix to the whatever we choose, so I try to keep the naming conventions similar. I make a new user. In this case, I made a user with the same name, and I gave it a password. And then I just manually added such user to the particular database, and which is what makes the associations up here. So after we get all that information, we go to the web installer for the Joomla, which is also on that same web address that we were at earlier, and go ahead and enter all this information. And there are advanced settings. I can put a special prefix for the tables, and I can drop the existing tables. Let's go ahead and do a clean install. We'll drop all of the existing tables, and we'll just call this permablog. We'll give it a permablog prefix to all of the table names. With the FTP configuration, it'll allow us direct access to all the files through the browser, which is sort of convenient to have. And since we went ahead and set up a custom FTP account in our cPanel, we can go ahead and enter that information here. Oops. I guess we don't need that root path. There we go. Since we've already went ahead and set the root path for permablog in the FTP account settings, we don't have to set it here. So let's go ahead and click new. So let's give this a name. You can just call it richardfang.com. Gmail.com. And we are given a choice to load sample data. I'm not particularly going to click on it, but you can do that, and you can kind of see where all the headings and stuff are. And then that's it. So now all that we need to do is go into the installation folder, and we just need to get rid of it. So in this case, I'm just going to give it a backup. It's not the most secure thing to do because someone could easily write over your database. So we'll just give it some extension that can be read, and we'll go ahead and remove the install, or we'll just give it a different name. Now when we navigate to the website, p3beta.net/permablog, it'll take you to the front end of the website. And this is all we have. We have no sample data, but you're good to go. Now if we want to log into the administrative panel, type in administrator at the top, and we are able to log in with the password that we were given. And voila. There you have it.